Well, South African Airways spokesman Tlali is on the line now, talking about how the airline is reacting to the Ebola outbreak in West Africa, and obviously talking about it spreading to South Africa or preventing that from happening. Good morning, Tlali. Ebola has certainly been in the news. I think the issue is generating more heat than light. But obviously you have to take a view, you have to take action when it comes to health issues. So what have you been doing in relation to the Ebola outbreak?
Good morning, David, and good morning to your viewers. Look, this is a matter of great significance in the sense that it impacts on customer decision as to whether they must travel or not travel. For us as South African Airways, we have a relationship with the government, and we have the National Department of Health through the Port Health Division that are responsible for giving notifications to the airlines about the need to put any additional measures in place or not in instances where such an event like this were to occur. Up to this point, we have not received any such notification for us to put in place additional measures. However, we continue to engage with our crew and members of staff, where we have regular briefing sessions, really reinforcing the message around vigilance and precaution. We continue to operate to 5 destinations in West Africa, and there hasn't been any impact insofar as our load factors are concerned.
Tlali, we've got some pictures on the screen as you're speaking. Obviously, you can't see people in quarantine-type suits to protect themselves from infection. There seems to be a lot of panic about it. I mean, it's a horrible disease, but I gather it can only be passed on person to person, not through the air, as it were. So SAA, I suppose, is in a position to reassure people, and particularly when there's inter-country or continental travel, you're the ones who are seeing both places, if you like. So you're in a position to reassure people.
Absolutely. As I have indicated to you, that the Port Health Division from the National Department of Health is there to give a notification to say, guys, you need to put additional measures in place. But what we can also indicate is that our staff and our crew members, as part of their training, they have been equipped with the skill to deal with cases of this nature. And that involves keeping an eye and being on the lookout for certain visible signs. All of us are aware of certain things about Ebola, the manner in which it is transmitted, the visible signs that one can pick up. At the time when we pick up, we notice certain things from our passengers, then we know exactly what is it that we must do. For example, should we become aware that any of passengers who wants to get on board our aircraft has visible signs that we suspect that can be related to either Ebola, cholera, typhoid, or any other related disease, we need to take reasonable steps to ensure that such passenger is not allowed to get on board our aircraft. And if such a passenger is discovered whilst on board the aircraft, we also take certain steps in order to ensure that he does not really interact with the rest of the passengers who are on board the aircraft.
Is there concern amongst your crews about this, because they don't have a choice really? They've got to go where the schedule tells them.
We do not think that has come up as an issue. What we have noticed rather is that there has been a significant media coverage in the recent weeks based on the death of the doctor and a number of other individuals. However, as an airline, we got a notification about this disease outbreak taking place as far as March this year, and all our crew members have continued to operate, to come to work, to report for duty, and have been servicing that route. We have not had any incident involving our members of staff to have been infected by this disease. So our measures are in place. We are convinced that up to this point they are adequate, provided that every single one of them take the necessary steps that have been trained to do.
And Tlali, final question. Obviously, you're taking every measure that you need to take and not panicking. Has it affected the schedule? I mean, there might be things you're doing that take time, that slow things down. Has there been a problem with that?
It hasn't affected the schedule. It hasn't affected our load factors. We have put measures in place. The staff is there. They have their responsibilities in order to look for certain things when they process our passengers, and immediately they pick up any suspicion, then they can interact privately with that particular individual to establish what is it that is happening with them in the light of what we are dealing with at this stage. But insofar as affecting our operations, there hasn't been any impact.
Thanks to SAA spokesman Tlali there.